Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Applied Thermodynamics by Mekanki with Dr. Abid Hussain. In this lecture, we are solving problem 1.13. A turbine operating under steady flow condition receives steam at the following state. These are the inlet to the turbine state. Pressure, initial pressure 13.8 bar, initial volume 0.143 meter cube per kg, initial specific internal energy 2590 kilojoule per kg, initial velocity 30 meter per second. These are the initial condition. The state of the steam leaving the turbine exit condition are follows: final pressure 0.35 bar, final volume 4.37 meter per kg, final internal energy 2360 kilojoule per kg, velocity 90 meter per second, heat rejected to the surrounding at the rate of 0.25 kilowatt, and the rate of steam flow through the turbine is 0.38 kilogram per second. Calculate the power developed by the turbine. So first we write the given data. So initial pressure which is given to us and the data is 13.8 bar. Initial volume, specific volume is equal to 0.143 meter cube per kg. In specific internal energy U1 is equal to 2590 kilojoule per kg. Initial velocity C1 is equal to 30 meter per second. Final pressure P2 is equal to 0.35 bar. Final volume is equal to 4.37 meter cube per kg. Internal energy at exit is equal to specific internal energy 2360 kilojoule per kg. Heat rejected C2 is equal to 90 meter per second. Heat rejected is equal to minus 0.25 kilowatt. Mass flow rate m dot is equal to 0.38 kilogram per second, and at the same elevation, so Z1 is equal to Z2. It means that Z2 minus Z1 is equal to 0, and required is W dot to find W dot. So according to steady flow equation, steady flow equation, m dot h1 plus c1 square divided by 2 plus z1g plus q dot plus w dot is equal to m2 into h2 plus c2 square divided by 2 plus z2g. As both are same elevation, so z1 term and z2g term will be 0, because if I write this term on right side, so z2 minus z1 which is equal to 0, and h1 is equal to u1 plus p1 v1, and h2 is equal to u2 plus p2 v2. Because h is equal to u plus pv, so h1 is equal to u1 plus p1 v1, and h2 is equal to m2 plus p2 v2. Now putting values, so m dot is equal to 0.38 kilogram per second, and u1 is equal to 2500 and 90 kilojoule per kilojoule per kilogram plus P1 is equal to 13.8 bar. 13.8 bar means 13.8 multiplied by 10 power 5 Newton per square meter, and to V1 is equal to specific volume at inlet is equal to 0.143 meter cube per kg. This is the value of V1 plus C1 square by 2. The value of C1 is 30 meter per square second divided by 2 plus Q dot is equal to minus 0.25 kilowatt plus W dot is unknown is equal to m dot is equal to 0.38 kilogram per second. U2 is equal to 2360 kilojoule per kg plus P2 is equal to 0.35 bar, and 1 bar is equal to 10 power 5 Newton per square meter multiplied by V2 is equal to 4.37 meter cube per kg plus this plus C2 square by 2. So the value of C2 is 90 meter per second square divided by 2. Now we simplify this equation. So 0.38 kilogram per second is equal to, so this implies that 0.38 kilogram per second into 2590 kilojoule per kg plus 13.8 multiplied by 0.143 and multiplied by 10 power 5. This value will be equal to 450 joule per kg. 450 joule per kg, because joule per kg, this meter square will be equal to meter square, Newton meter is equal to joule per kg, and if I write this to kilojoule, so divide this by 1000 mean 0.45 kilojoule per kg, and 30 square by 2 900 divided by 2 is equal to this is the result of velocity c1 square divided by 2, and the result of this term is equal to 197.34 kilojoule per kg. This calculation is so simple. If we, this is unit is equal to joule per kg, multiply these three terms and divide by 1000 to convert is this to kilo, so this will be the result plus Q dot is equal to minus 0.25 kilowatt 25 kilowatt or kilojoule per second plus W dot is equal to m dot is equal to 0.28 kilogram per second and 2360 kilojoule per second kilojoule per kg. Simplify this value, multiply all these, divide by 1000, so the answer will be 152.95 kilojoule per kg, and 90,000 divided T square divided by 2 is equal to 4.05 kilojoule per kg. Meter square per second square is equal to joule per kg. Kilojoule per kg. Meter square per square second is equal to joule per kg. Joule per kg, because joule is equal to Newton meter per kg. Newton is equal to kilogram meter per square second, and this is kilogram, and this meter right here. So kilogram will be cancelled with kilogram, so this will be equal to meter square per square second. Now simplify this. So 0.38. Now multiply by 0.38 kilogram per second. So this will be equal to, if I multiply 0.38 by 2590, so the answer will be 8 these three terms, this term plus this term plus this, 8 these three terms and multiply by 0.38. So answer will be 10.5936 kilojoule per second. Kilojoule per second, because kilojoule per second, because kilogram per second into kilojoule per kg. If I multiply these two terms, so kilogram will be equal to kilogram, and the answer will be kilojoule per second. Kilojoule per second plus Q dot plus W dot. The value of Q dot is minus 0.25 kilowatt is equal to, now simplify this term, add these three terms and multiply by 0.38. So this is equal to, so this will be equal to 956.46 kilojoule per second. Now we have to find W, so W is equal to 956.46 kilowatt. Joule per second is equal to watt. This will be minus at that side, minus 1059.36 kilowatt, and this minus term will be plus at that side, so 0.25 kilowatt. Now simply add these three terms, so W will be equal to minus 102.65 kilowatt, and the negative sign mean that power output are work done by the turbine. Negative sign mean that this is power output or work done by the turbine. So this is the final answer, and for more video please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.